Steven Lee Olsen, you are on tour right now. How is that going?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Old Dominion No Bad Vibes tour is just that. There is no bad vibes. It's one of the best shows I've actually ever seen. Those guys put on a master class every day. And just, man, being able to connect with that many people at once. I've never had the opportunity to play arenas, and it's really amazing. I feel like we're really finding our fans out there.
Is that like just such a pinch me moment going out on a tour like that with people like Old Dominion?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's kind of every artist's dream, to even be asked or considered for a spot like that. And I've lived in Nashville for 16 years, so any excuse that I get to go home back to Canada and play arenas in the same trip, I'm like, wow, it's just a dream come true.
Absolutely. So are there things what's the biggest thing that you miss living in the States from Canada that you're like, I'm going on tour in Canada, I'm getting my hands on a bag of ketchup chips?
I'm just gonna go ahead and enter the screen slowly. So this is how bad I miss home. I have a lot of these plastic Tim Hortons cups because it almost feels like a Tim Hortons cup. The warmth, the lid is a replica. I'm almost convinced it's really not the coffee that's great. It might be the cup game.
It's
The
it's
cup
all
game
in the cup. That's
might
the
be,
secret?
it's all in the cup, literally and figuratively.
Just got to go to Tim Hortons before you go back home to Nashville and get a couple sleeves of the actual like cardboard ones to
Oh
really
yeah,
have that feel
absolutely.
in your hand.
I thought you were going with like sleeve tattoos of Tim
Oh,
Hortons,
you know
which
what? That too. Get your order tattooed on you.
I'm trying to get, sponsorship from Tim Hortons as much as I possibly can. And whatever I can do to make that happen, I will do.
Awesome. So you have a new single out. Tell me about that.
Yeah, out of yours, man, what a cool time to drop a single. I mean, we dropped it literally the same night that we played the first Old Dominion show arena.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like that, and it was just a really cool thing to do. I got to test out a brand new song for thousands of people at one time, and they actually could go and check it out. And just watching, the numbers kind of go up in all aspects, of socials and streaming and everything. It was really cool. This song for me, I think. Is almost a checkpoint in my mind. I always try and deliver a little bit better than the last thing I put out in
Right.
my mind, just trying to elevate and grow as an artist. And this one really just feels like where I'm going to live for a while because, just checks all the boxes for me. And it's been amazing to see how incredibly it's been received by the listeners. I'm like,
Well,
it's
it's a great song. I heard it for the very first time the other day, and then it was like stuck in my head all day, and I'm walking around singing
I
it,
love that.
and it's like a breakup song. So it's like it's kind of funny to be like walking around in a relationship singing a breakup song. It's like okay, but it's
You're
great. It's a
telling
great
me
song.
you're telling me I'm married. I wrote the song and came home and I said, listen, honey, I said, because we wrote the song in Georgia, with two really good buddies of mine, Corey Crowder, which has had a ton of number ones, and Brandon Day, and he's had a ton of cuts as well. But we were supposed to go fishing. We went golfing and, trying to write songs. And this one just kind of came out, in between whiskey and fishing, I'm sure. And I wish I came up with the title, but I didn't. It was Corey Crowder. He said, I had this title called Out of Yours. And I was like, okay, out of yours. And then he said, I'm going out of my mind knowing I'm out of yours. I was like, well, that's what we're going to write today. And that's how it kind of all started. But, my favorite things to listen to as a listener and as a fan are just well-crafted lyrics. And that kind of do the tongue-in-cheek Nashville thing,
Right, yeah.
and I've just always been such a fan of that. And this kind of does a lot of that in the chorus. So it's just been really fun to watch this one just kind of go.
It 100% is just such a good song. And you've done a lot of writing for a lot of heavy hitters like Keith Urban, Garth Brooks, Dallas Smith. The list goes on. Now, what is it like to have to do that writing for yourself now?
Yeah, no, that honestly has been one of the most fun parts of this. I get to keep all my best songs,
Yeah.
and I have an incredible label and team around me that can recognize what my best songs are. And it's just been really cool. Just been stepping into the artist side of who I am. Over the last couple of years, and I realized that I really haven't played a lot of shows in Canada at all. I've been really focusing on the songwriter aspect, but these, last year and definitely this year, my goal is to find the fans. I'm excited, and after playing the first Old Dominion show, they knew every song I was playing, and that was kind of like reassuring. It's kind of scary to walk off the edge and not know if anyone's going to catch you, and that was
Right.
just really validating to know that I have a lot of fans out there that I just need to give them an opportunity to show up. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and starting with the old vibes, the No Bad Vibes tour with Old Dominion.
Well, I'm super excited to see you March 11th, Canada Life Center, and I'm sure everyone else here in Winnipeg is as well.
Oh, amazing! I can't wait. What's your guys' weather been like?
We are under an extreme cold warning right now. It is
I will
just
not tell
very,
you guys that.
that's very, very, very cold.
Incredible. I did tell the Old Dominion dudes about Winnipeg. I said, guys, you want to feel the coldest place on earth? So wait till we go to Winnipeg in the winter. And so they're excited.
And then you come here and there's like people just out in the streets doing things, skating on the river, and you're like, what are you doing outside? Go
Yeah.
go inside.
Exactly. They live like this. Welcome to Canada, kids.
Welcome to Canada.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, Steven, thank you so much for taking the time today, and I can't wait to see you.
absolutely, Katie. We'll talk to you soon, and anything we can do, let us know.